ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਮਾਮਲਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਆਨਰੇਬਲ ਜੇਸਨ ਕੇਨੀ ਅੱਜ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਅਨਾਉਂਸਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਪਲਾਨ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਹੈਲੋ ਐਂਡ ਵੈਲਕਮ
Good to be here, Deepak. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And can you please tell more about our viewers about the new action plan about immigration?
Sure. You know, it's taking far too long for people to get their parents and grandparents' immigration status in Canada. We have a very long backlog, 8-year wait times, unacceptable. We have to fix the problem. So today I announced that we plan to significantly increase the number of parents and grandparents immigrating to Canada by about 60% increase per year, highest level in 2 decades. Secondly, we are going to bring in a new super visa to allow parents and grandparents a multiple entry visa for 10 years, where they can stay at any given time for up to 2 of those 10 years, and we will be processing those in about 8 weeks. We just asked those people to get private health care insurance to protect the Canadian taxpayer. Thirdly, we're going to consult with immigrant communities and the provinces, Canadians, on how to fix the parents program in the future to make it sustainable so it doesn't run up big backlogs and long wait times again. And in order to do that, we're going to have to put in place a 2-year temporary pause on new applications. That will allow us to cut the backlog in about half, to cut the wait times in half, and relaunch the program for new applications in 2 years' time in a way that where the program actually works more quickly.
And within those 2 years of stay, they can work?
Oh yes, people will be able to apply for work permits, and I know many parents who come or do that. Well, not most, but some do, and so certainly they could apply for either an open work permit, or if they get a job offer from a particular employer, they can get an employer-specific work permit.
So everybody will be getting the visa who will be applying, or?
Not everyone, but everyone who's qualified. And currently about 86% of parents and grandparents of Canadians who apply for regular visitor visas get them issued. We expect that approval rate will actually go up for the new super visa that we're introducing, because there's less risk for Canadian taxpayers, since they will have to obtain private health care insurance in order to get that visa. So with that condition in place, I expect not everyone, but the vast majority of super visa applicants will be approved. Their family member on this side has to have at least above the poverty level income, and the parents and grandparents cannot be in really bad health. I mean, they have to have reasonably good health, get their own insurance. If they meet those 3 criteria, they will be getting the visa.
Don't you think there will be again backlog in the super visa category?
Well, the Department of Immigration tells me that they'll be able to process those in about 6 months. What am I saying? 8 weeks' time. Look, the reason why there's a backlog isn't because we don't have enough bureaucrats processing applications. It's because we can only admit so many people per year as permanent residents. Like, obviously there's a limit to how many people can immigrate to Canada in a given year. And the provinces who are responsible for our hospitals and healthcare tell us they can't take 40, 50, 60,000 seniors from overseas in our healthcare system, that the backlogs in our hospitals are already too long. So that's why, on average, we've been bringing in 17,000 parents per year. We're increasing that to 25,000, but that's why we have the backlog. With the super visa, there's no limit. So we're not going to be contained in how many we can process.
What's the backlog? Do you know the number?
165,000.
165,000
for parents and grandparents, and overall for all programs about 1 million.
Okay. And are you going to increase the category? The number of people from 15,000 to any number of that?
Yeah, last year, this year we're admitting about 15,000 parents and grandparents. Next year, 2012, and I suspect 2013, we will be admitting about 25,000 parents and grandparents. So here's the good news. If you're a family in the system with an application now, you're going to see your parents and grandparents here as permanent residents much more quickly as a result of our increase in immigration targets for parents and grandparents. it will allow us, that plus the pause on new applications, will allow us to cut the backlog in half in the next 2 years and cut wait times in half.
And who already applied, who already in the line, in the queue, and plus who is going to apply for permanent? Everybody can apply for super visa, right?
Yes, regardless of whether they're in the queue or not, anyone who has any parent or grandparent of a Canadian citizen or resident is eligible to apply, and they just need to have a sponsor on the Canadian side who has a minimum income of at least the poverty level, which is about $17,000 a year, and they must prove that they've acquired private health care insurance. Those are the criteria.
So you said that this is phase 1 of action plan. Is there any phase 2 also?
Yeah. Phase 2
regarding maybe marriage category or something?
Well, no. Phase 2 will come 2 years from now.
Okay.
When we reopen the program for new applications, but there will be different criteria. Look, Deepak, here's the problem. We've been getting 40 to 50,000 applications a year for parents to come to Canada. As I've said, the provinces can't absorb that many people in the healthcare system. So what we need to do is ensure that phase 2 will be a new program that is open, but more limited in terms of how many people we can bring in. So the question will be, should we have a numerical cap? Should we require people to pay a bond for their healthcare costs? Should we do what Australia does and say you can only come if the majority of your children live in Canada, as opposed to maybe majority living in India? These are some of the ideas that we're going to consult on over the course of the next 2 years.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Jason.
Deepak. Thank you for your interest.
ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਸੰਬੰਧਿਤ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲਾਜ਼ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਨੇ। ਇਸੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਆਨਰੇਬਲ ਜੇਸਨ ਕੈਨੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਮਿਸੀਸਾਗਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਇਸ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਅਨਾਊਂਸਮੈਂਟ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਿ ਹੁਣੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਹਟੇ ਹਾਂ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਅਨਾਊਂਸਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੀਂ ਕੈਟਾਗਰੀ ਸੁਪਰ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਸਪਾਂਸਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਐਡ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਆ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਤਹਿਤ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਜਾਂ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਸਪਾਂਸਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਰੀ ਬੇਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। 10 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਮਲਟੀਪਲ ਐਂਟਰੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੂਗੀ। 2 ਸਾਲ ਤੱਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਐਟ ਏ ਟਾਈਮ ਰਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਪਰ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ 2 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਪੌਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ ਪਰਮਾਨੈਂਟ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਸਪਾਂਸਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜਾਂ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਉਹ ਪੌਜ਼ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਊਗਾ। ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਈਆਂ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ ਅਗਲੇ 2 ਸਾਲ ਤੱਕ। ਅਤੇ ਸੁਪਰ ਵੀਜ਼ਾ ਵਾਲੀ ਕੈਟਾਗਰੀ ਆ ਉਹ 1 ਦਸੰਬਰ 2011 ਤੋਂ ਲਾਗੂ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ। ਇਹ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਕਿ 1,65,000 ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੈਕਲੌਗ ਨੂੰ ਘਟਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹ ਨਵੇਂ ਲਾਜ਼, ਨਵਾਂ ਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਪਲਾਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਲਿਆਂਦਾ ਗਿਆ। ਅਤੇ 2 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਪੀਰੀਅਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਰੀਸਕੈਜੂਲ ਕਰਕੇ, ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਰੀਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਲਾਅ ਲਿਆਂਦਾ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ। 2 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਨਵਾਂ ਲਾਅ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਾਗੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ। ਹਾਲਾਂਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਭਾਈਚਾਰੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨੀ ਕੁ ਰਾਹਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਮਿਲੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਟੈਂਪਰੇਰੀ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਬੁਲਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਮਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਵਾਧਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ। ਪਰ ਉਹ ਇਸ ਗੱਲੋਂ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਝਿਜਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਨੇ ਕਿ 2 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਰਮਾਨੈਂਟ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਉਹ ਬੰਦ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਅੱਗੇ ਤੋਂ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਬਣੇਗਾ। ਕੈਮਰਾਮੈਨ ਵਰਿੰਦਰ ਮੈਥਾਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਦੀਪਕ ਪੁੰਜ, PTC ਨਿਊਜ਼, ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ, ਕੈਨੇਡਾ।